We have a Tethys, Wax, all current champions. Talos, Arcus, and Diligent. Okay, so Diligent's okay. Arcus of Ragefell. Talos of... I think... that's Rage as well. It is. Oh, it is Rage. I can look at it there. And yeah, Sin of Fae, that's the Ragefell. There's no Rage in there, but it's the Sweepers. So we do have to have something to keep Tethys alive. Helical Crystallises, Draft, and Frenzied Swarm. Do we know if... does daze the Talos from doing the hit? Might do. Is there any reason to sketch? I mean, there's no reason to Tomb 30 and Burnout. What could we possibly... I don't think we can sketch because... unless we get 5 sharks... you just end up with... you don't get your units lined up. And we've got dregs to get rid of as well. It's not awful for the first couple circles, and it's massively awful after that. 25 gold seems pretty good. And we don't have frost either. Yay. Yeah. Well, that helps us against a sweeper though. Hey Marnie. Yeah. I always seem to get 2s and 3s and then do something stupid. Occasionally I get a 4 and then I definitely do something stupid. We can't spike because Tethys is dumb. We do have Helical Crystallises though, so we should be able to get through the challenge fairly well. We're going to need to set up on bottom, I think. So let's go that and put you there. We want to kill this guy so that he doesn't hit our drag, which means we need to get 2 spells next turn, or Draft or a Train Steward. I also want to set up in a spot so we can kill the Collector if we need be. So we get a Train Steward, it's great, and we should have a draft then for the boss. Okay, so there, that should do it. Oh, we really want to get those down to 1. I wonder if I want to get a 3rd one because we need to draw into them. Offering token does something as well. A little bit, not really. Dripfall. Okay. I don't mind taking the spell Merchant of Magic sometimes if we're chasing a banner, but not for gold. So we're going for a wax unit. Endless oh, it's a wax unit. Endless wax do 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 do. Endless wax do 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 do. Endless. Endless Baron, however, is good bossing. And then we definitely wait for multi, because if Baron dies, you play him again. I just go for like 10 on a draft. It's a pretty good early game. Tethys dies. So Tethys has a sweep at 5, so they'll come through with 6. Discipled Conduits. Where's my monster train thing? So these guys all have 1 health, so we have to be on the bottom. First slot is 16 damage, and our dude has 15 health, so we do have to block for him or use a spell, which means we don't get a kill. And they have haste, so we have to bottom or top, and we really want to be on bottom. So as much as a unit would be great, we just can't take it. So what's the worst thing that happens is that if you don't kill any off, he doesn't get any of the gains. We can block for him, but then we really struggle to get top floor collector. 1, 2, 3. It's out of 20 cards though. The days works, the drip works. There's only a few that it's 50-50. It's an extra 6 health though, which is at a round of attack against the last boss. I think we take the guarantee though, and feel bad when yeah, and feel bad. I think it was actually better to put the draft there to die. No. Well, yeah, maybe. Man, that would have been great in 2 turns. Also, not having the... I think putting the Stewart was wrong, because we could have had that his drafts die off, and he would have got a boost. Maybe we can still get a couple more drafts down there. Hey, Spazzles. Things are going really well, man. How about you? Things are good for the moment. That's good news, man. Hopefully they can stay like that. I did Act 1 of Path of Exile. My slow plodding pace. It was good. No deaths. Touch wood. Good morning, Sparkle Crotch Thotty. kind of want another big spell. Why don't we take Titan's Gratitude instead of Crypt Builder since it's attuned and give it like the plus 20 or a couple plus 10s. And an Entombed Explosive looks really good here. You never go to Path of Exile? I love it. I only started playing a couple of years ago because I'd been so burnt out waiting for Diablo 3 on really bad ARPGs. And then Diablo 3 was a complete disappointment. Hey, Adam Sims. I really want to get -1s. So we've already got Sweep in Tethys. So I wonder, like... And we just have to focus on the spells then. Yeah. Like we want to just have massive spell focus, I think. So we want spells and tombs, not units. So get these on the helicals. I wonder if I'm happy to put... No, I just put that on one of those, right? Because with a spell weakness, that becomes 50. Yeah, so I didn't care. The initial release debacle didn't bother me. I just sort of... Because I like RPGs, but I've never really been like diehard. I can't wait for the next one to come out. Let's take the 10 health. That really helps. Yeah. So that whole the real money auction house and all the other stuff, that didn't really do it for me. I just couldn't get through the story, and like I only really played Diablo 1 and 2 a handful of times just to play through the story. I'm not really much of a play another, except for like roguish games where the game's about decision making and you're making different decisions each time. Story games, I don't want to play through a second time for the story because I already know the story, you know. And people will tell me, oh, but you could play a different build. It's like same stuff, different bucket, right? And that's me, you know. And I just couldn't get through this. And I love story. I'm a sucker for story. But it's like in Diablo 3, the NPCs just wouldn't shut up. And they just had rubbish to tell you about. You know? So yeah, definitely got a bit. Well, that's nice. That's a nice little boost there. He hits. We can just kill these guys off, right? We don't need the. Do I even need to keep that for something later? No, let's just play it. Get it out. But yeah, like, people kept telling me I should try Path of Exile, and I always told them the Diablo stuff, and I just, you know. But I think they're alright. I enjoy it. So it's worth. Well, let's see if you get... Actually... Yeah, we'll see if you get stunned, and it doesn't matter if you don't. You do get dazed, so not attacking, because we're going to put a dreg in anyway. Hopefully our boy gets nice and swole here. What source of reform do we want? I don't know if I want any. I'm also not throwing a spell at her. You only get off at Heartless upgrade when you're playing as a Woken? That seems like it's tradition, right? She's not having a good game. I don't know what Talos is thinking today. Triggers after gain 25 armor on a sleigh. That's rude. I will not be put. I was gonna. Oh look! You can't even do it because you don't. They hit for 18 health. Stupid. Wow. I'm not even using Frost. Maybe you should get good, Tower. I still hate that boss. Formless child. Where late game scaling is coming from? We've got an explosive tomb, so like a remnant host would be good. Sacrificial resurrection will be nice because we'll use that to get rid of like maybe the deadweights and the blights that Seraph puts in. Because those drafts will then deal one chunk of damage to whatever heavy's in front, and then burn out as well. So our dude should get. Where's our boy? He should get nice and swole. Maybe we get a multi on him. And then I think it's just going to be a. Hopefully we have Frost with Tethys. I want to see Frost after this. And like I'm in 2 months, like I really don't want to be taking anything here. We just want to get our guy down on the bottom floor with Tethys. Yeah, I want tomb units to be sort of throughout the deck and good spells. Are you playing Crying Suns, Gizron? Okay, so I like the game and I think it's good. However, and this is just me, I was able to do one replay through. I went on to I think I didn't do hard. I think I did. Maybe I did do hard. I can't remember what my first playthrough was. But I did do a hard playthrough all with the very first ship. And once I finally got to the end of it, there was a combat balance that was not good, but also it was really tedious to re-go through all the story crap again. But if you like the game for what it is and are happy doing, the first playthrough took quite a while. Like it's decent. It's not very difficult in terms of its roguelike structure. Like the pathing has an optimal path that's really easy to work out, and the gameplay is... It's alright. Yeah, the dialogue's a bit... It's good though. Like it's definitely better than a lot of stuff that comes out. And again, the cost to entry and what it's worth is different for everyone, right? So that's the only thing I can say is if you're looking for something that's high replayability, I personally wouldn't vouch for it on that regard. Yeah, the story stuff. I mean, the story stuff does get a bit tedious, but it's got enough there to be like, you know what, I want to see it through and get and get through to it. And the encounters change from chapter to chapter, which is really nice. And then when you beat it, you can unlock and do the chapters in any order, and do stuff. But yeah, the higher difficulty was not more difficult, it was just tedious. Well, it does become more difficult, but to the point like a lot of stat-driven RPG type stuff, you end up just playing defensive, like you play turtle, until they run out of enemies, and then you slap them around. You know, it's like any CRPG on the highest difficulty where you just have to roll like whatever the equivalent of hit points and stamina is, even on your mage, because enemies hit so hard you just need to be able to live, and it's better off to whittle them down. You know, glass cannons don't work and anything in between doesn't work, and that's what it did feel like on the harder difficulties in Crying Suns. Like it was just the fights were tediously dull at that stage. But other than that, you know, the regular play, I really enjoyed the first playthrough. Oh, a new Stone Shard update. Interesting. And we don't need unit. I do want a multi-strike, which will help. I don't want to dupe yet. I wouldn't mind removing Stewards. But I think the sooner we get the multi-strike, then the sooner we can stop looking for it. Quick is also good, but not as good. There it is. And the big decision, do we get Frost? There we go. Solid. So I did chapter 1 with the first ship, and then I did chapter 2 with the second ship, and so on and so forth. So I ended up playing with every ship each once, and I'm going to throw it out there because the game's old enough. That pretty much gave me the best matchup. So when you do the second ship in the second chapter, you have a good counter to that chapter's enemies, which I thought was a really nice touch. I'm hoping it was deliberate, because it was the same for like chapter 3. The third ship was the best one to get through it. Chapter 4, the fourth ship was the best one to get through it, and so on and so forth. And I just feel that was done deliberately. Like, people are probably going to take the new ship on their second run, and the fact that it worked out for all of them. And not that there was a hard counter. It was in a couple of the fights, depending on what your enemy was, but it just gave you that nice bit of advantage over that sector and the sector boss as well. But then, yeah, my second playthrough I did all as the first ship, just to do a complete playthrough on it. And like, I didn't win every chapter first time on that one. I had to replay a couple of the chapters because we were in a very unfavored matchups. So obviously the first chapter was good. We were favored, easy, tedious. Then some of them it's like level pegging, I guess. And then some of them are like very polarizing. You either, depending on who you're up against, either you're highly favored or they're highly favored with no sort of middle ground. And so some of those runs were weird, because if you get punished enough in the highly unfavored matchup, you now can't play to your strengths in the matchups you should be favored for, because you don't have any health to leak type of deal. I can't remember what ships were what, though. It was ages ago, spouses. So I was learning some of those things, but yeah, it did get down to the stage where it just sort of felt pretty much all the time, all the matches were you are just stalling and running out the clock until they run out of ships. And on some of the fights where they have like 50, 60 ships, and you're just waiting for round after round for them to deploy, 2 to 4 at a time, and then send them in, and then you'd defend, and then you'd send your ships back to heal. And then when they were about to put out when their weapon came online, you'd put out a sacrificial ship to get shot, and then you'd bring it back, and then you'd redeploy your other ships, and you'd wait, and it just became very tedious for me. Yeah, the fast replenish ships. Yeah, they're good, but still same thing, right? Do we need a second one? Probably not. If I did need a second one, I'd just dupe it. But yeah, I think that's a real struggle with a lot of games that have strategy numbers is what's the best way to increase difficulty without it being automatically snowballed straight away. You know, but as soon as you make like longer fights or, you know, that's usually the toughest one is where it just becomes a tedium. You find the winning solution and now you've just got to stick it out longer. I don't want spikes. But other than that, yeah, no, I like the story. Like I said, I'm a sucker for story. The writing wasn't great and at most times a little cringe, but it's still okay. I don't know if I want to sack res for... I definitely do that. Well, I can drip fall or I can sack res something bigger, which I think I want to do. And get both kills down here and we'll use a spell on the collector hopefully. I'll put a unit up there, that's good. Man, these drafts are great. Look at this, they just... Yeah. Draft tank. So I can hit for 9 with this guy. I think letting them get killed is better, right? 60. He's going to go up to 29 if one dies. Which 29 and 26 is not enough to get his second shot onto that. However, if we do that, and we do that, let's go for lucky. Let's see if we can break off. Oh, do we care? No, I don't think we do. Let's put that there. I want to daze. I actually want this to hit. He doesn't do anything anyway. Okay, so I definitely want that. I think I could have put this one behind, would have been better. Seems to be a quite... I've got to remember too to make sure there's room for this dude up the top. Yeah, just in case I need an extra spot. Got to get rid of the stews. Never mind. Subsuming blade. I get a subsuming blade now. I think so. I kind of want to go caverns because if we get the 3-choice blight award event, the top one gives you the 100 damage. But I want to go spells. Hey Drago, how you doing, man? Spells with a consume. Have a chance not to. Frozen cards reduced to 0. I don't have a perma-freeze though. I'm not too fussed about my cards that are consuming. It's Seraph Diligent. Sometimes it consumes really good too. Like if I'm consuming those ones, I want them to consume. Just to get rid of the crappy cards. Yeah, I'm doing really well, thanks, man. I should have taken cost 0. Nah. Actually, think on the sack res. Although we can hold it for well, we're tuned on. Yeah, they're both good hits for the plus 10. Oh, that's now this is an interesting one, but I think we're fine. And do we want to take the? We could take the damage here. 14 damage for 150 gold. There's a chance we get them all, but unlikely. Like you need to kill all of them to save any damage. So worst case scenario, we take 14. I have Emberstone on the Subsuming Blade. Yeah, you've got to make it cost less. 2 is just a bit much, right? Well, actually, we didn't have to save them all to get less. This works really well for us. Alright, so all we got to do is get 1 damage spell, and we break even on that hit. And there's no point hitting those early because otherwise he takes a lot more damage. So we take that 6. And we miss Collector. Rude. That's alright, at least we kill that guy. We need to leave space for him, but I have a feeling that someone else was going to get him anyway. Oh, that's that Heartless really is keeping his health up. The tomb doesn't die. I mean, everything else does, though, so... Do I know why a dragon should never be a surgeon? I do not. Because he's a good butcher. Okay. That might be reason for him to be a surgeon. Alright, that's decent. Yeah, I mean, that seems perfectly reasonable. Also, so does that. Could also get Endless on Tethys, which I think could really load up. In which case then we have to watch our middle and top floor capacity a lot here. Let's ditch the stews. They have done work, but it's fine. Get a free boss relic. Say bye, Herzl. And holdovers, I think, pretty good here. Oh man, I definitely want to do that. What are we holding over though? Sack res? Probably not. Probably not. I think we don't hold over anything. A Crystallis is okay. Especially after like if something leaks, then it's it's 100 damage to a unit, and then you can go again if you need to. I think I'm probably better. I think I can probably get more value out of some basic upgrades though. $125. No, I think spreading it around on those is probably a little bit better. Let's get the -1 on there. Alright, cool. So unfortunately one of these is incant, which sucks, but what do you do? Not much. Good. Okay. He's on a sleigh, which is fine. This is where it's weird because we actually don't want... We need this to go off. So we're not using a subsuming blade here, and it's not big enough to kill the drag. We freeze it though. Okay. we can use it next turn. These are harvests. So that'll go off when this dies, which is a shame. It'll also go off when that burns out, which sucks. So 40, 49. 95, not quite. We could have sac-res though and got him. Get that kill up here. Oh, he probably gets frosted out anyway. Let's just put them there. I could have sac-res this that turn and got him on that floor. I have 9 and 8, 17. I gotta find 19. The 2 frozen lances are 1 short. Any other spell I have will kill him, so I may as well just hold on to him. I could draft him, but then I get the weight of contrition. Hold on to that. Oh, that's a good hit. I mean, I could kill Tethys. It's probably not a good idea. I mean, they're both endless, so we definitely get the kill further up. Maybe it was the right play. we have definite lethal there next turn. Oh, we have definitely lethal this turn. I should have counted Frost. I was trying to work out how I could get a subsuming blade kill, but yeah, I screwed it up. That's alright. You think Arcus is Seraph? Yeah, I can see that. Bounty Stalker. He's Seraph, but lame. But very lame. Better than Talos, though. Statement used up the channel's entire pun quota for the week. I mean, there's not much time left in the week, so I'm okay with that. Chromo might argue against you, though. Nice one, Marty. I'm trying to work out if I want to put Bounty Stalker in this mix, and I think the answer is no. I think everything's going well just the way it is. Remove Stewart's, which is good. And health, which is usable. Merchant of Steel, which is maybe. Gold into trinkets, which we probably can't afford. Into a cavern event, which could be good. The Heartless buff on Stalker makes him awkward. Oh, because he doesn't die straight away. It's also very late. Like, we're not going to get him up to even reasonable support numbers. Extra magic power? Yeah, that's alright. Oh, we could have had a large stone stalker. Large stone giraffe. Quick chill win 2. Alright, Teed. I'll see you after dinner, man. I don't think we're worried about these guys. I mean, I don't want overconfidence to be something. But, you know, like... Although I do need to find that endless really quick. There it is. Rip piercing not working yet. $40, $80, $110 frost, so that doesn't matter. Oh. I wonder if that would have actually killed because of... Oh, yeah, it might have because of piercing on spell weakness. I didn't even think of it like that. Oh no, you're attacking for so much. Whatever will I do? Looking for the monies. Both sides fought well. Yeah, where's Seraph the Impatient? Let's grab one of those. Let's have a look what's here and then grab another. I wonder if Endless Draft is better than Endless Explosive here. It's 40 damage every turn and procs a thing. Does cost money though. Oh, it cost energy though, sorry. I don't want an extra upgrade slot. Let's see what we can get here. Chance to silent is the jackstrips. We could always try a double Baron. If we don't get bottom floor smalled, we can go Baron, Baron, Tethys. I like that. Even if it does go small, I think it's not a bad play, because then... maybe I should have taken the artifact and put the 25 on there. I don't know why in this draft. Should remove some cards though. Should we get rid of the dregs? The regular frozen lances. Let's do that. Are we keeping fodder? I don't like keeping fodder. I also don't like running out of spells. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, That's good. Okay. If we could remove those blights, that would be so good. Go for the days here. I think so. I think this is a good first days. Alright. Just to get some health on both people first, get those procs up. That's the card I didn't want to get rid of, but I didn't want to burn the other card. Save that music next turn. Would save us 5 health here, but not too worried about 5 health on this guy. Sakuraz can grab a single dead weight. Not the greatest. I think we're removing the dead weight. I mean, we did lose a helical crystallis, but I don't think that's too much of an issue. Keep him alive. Problem is with keeping him alive, he's like really low health. And I think for next turn I'd rather just play him. Okay, so let's move it there. Guess we drip for you. We play this. Get rid of all the blights now. So that's our hand, which we are drawing every turn. I mean, it's not bad. Final wave's next turn. Puts him on 40. And we use a chance to kill off finish. I want to draft out in front. I'd have to throw a helical. I think we can do that, right? And kill the guy in front. Yeah, that's okay though. I don't think it matters, but I like to try and not take damage. Just in case. Are we going to need Subsuming Blade next turn though? Probably not, so using that as the consume might be the play. Yeah, should be fine. Let's keep that. Good fight, sir. Yeah, good fight. Can't take challenges all game until the last two, the hardest ones. Because early Tethys is baby.